All right. We're back. We're back to Bajo mi Techo, podcast número dos. You guys have been awesome on my first episode, so I was definitely very excited to start podcast number two. It's definitely an adjustment, this whole volume thing. Definitely getting used to it. So, yeah. But for today's podcast, guys, I'm definitely very, very excited to bring someone. I always bring everyone to my house, But today's special guest, we have Evelyn. Evelyn, this friendship began like out of nowhere, guys. Let me introduce my friend Evelyn really quick. Give it up for Evelyn, guys. Give it up for Evelyn.
This is where we start cueing the the claps where they have in the podcast.
Yeah. I won't be adding all of that to the edits.
For real.
So welcome to Bajo mi Techo, Evelyn.
Hi guys.
You're my first guest.
Welcome. Oh, hi.
You're officially my first guest under Bajo mi Techo. But
I'm excited.
Yeah. But before, you basically stayed here a couple of times, even without me,
Yeah. I jumped the fence.
Yeah. But before we get started on today's podcast, Evelyn, we have to get comfy. We have to get comfy.
1,000%.
Bajo mi Techo. So, guys, we'll be back. We'll be back shortly. All right, guys, we are officially back.
I can throw the pillow on me and get comfy.
Oh, bitch! Tell me why I thought you were gonna say now I could throw ass.
You're like,
I always want to throw some ass. All right, guys. So we are back. We are in Bajo mi Techo podcast number 2. I guess I don't even know if they call them episodes or what.
I think season 1, episode 2.
There you go. Season 2 of Baddies. No, I'm playing.
Baddies.
We're about to get copyright.
Stop thinking.
All right, guys. So this is my friend Evelyn, and we've been friends for what? Hasn't been long.
A year.
Almost.
No.
A little bit more than a year.
No. It's been more than a year.
Yeah.
I literally. Okay, funny story. This is literally. So okay, when I met you, and I'm only counting the year because that's when I met my boyfriend. Literally, we met. Not even met. Okay, backtrack. How did we meet? We literally met in Colombia.
In the most random place. Like, I really didn't even know you. I didn't know you existed.
No, we didn't even know about each other.
So, originally, like, my thing is, like, bro, if you tell me that you want to plan a trip, I'm down. Like, I think right now I'm in, like, 7 different group chats to be going, like, out of town. I don't know how I'm going to do with my job, but I'm going on them trips. Yeah. So, originally, this friendship began through Colombia. Me and another friend, we had planned a trip, and then she basically was like, oh, do you mind if like my friend Evelyn comes? And I was like, yeah, like I don't mind. So I didn't know who she was.
No,
but we weren't even close. Like, Evelyn, where are you from?
I'm from Laredo, born and raised. And at this time I was living in Chicago when I planned the trip. So I had messaged our like mutual friend. This is what it was. It was like our mutual friend. We were in like, okay, like, oh, let's go here. I want to go here, whatever, XYZ, doesn't matter. And then fast forward, it was like a whole thing of like
fast forward to like 2 days before the actual trip.
Was it 2 days?
It was literally like 2-3 days, like a week.
It felt like a week.
Like, let's say it was a week.
It felt like a week to me.
Let's say a week, right?
It was a short time. Our friend ended up having not going or whatever. Something happened, and then you messaged me.
Yeah, because she was like, yeah, like y'all should go. Meanwhile, like we hadn't even talked, chat. Like we hadn't. It had been. Like, I
have not met this person in like a person.
Yeah, it had been like we planned this trip like way ahead, like 4 months. 4 3 months in advance. I didn't even know her. I knew my mutual friend, right? Like,
Yeah.
we had our mutual friend that's who we both knew, right? Like 1 week before, she had something going on, so she wasn't gonna be able to make it. But she was like, "Y'all should go." So I'm like, "Dang, the trip's already paid." And
No, for real.
I'm always down. Like I was down to go alone too. And then I called her. And I didn't even know how she looked. I didn't even know.
No, dead ass.
And the worst thing was, like, we're going to be sharing a bed. Like, all three of us were going to share a bed. And now it's just only us two. So it's like two strangers.
No, for real. And and who did I tell? I was telling like my mutual friends, right? And then I was like, well, I'm just going to go on this trip with this person. Like, they're like, no, you're not. And I was like, yeah. We talked on the phone. I was like, okay.
No, for real.
No, wait, you were literally I think you texted me. You were like, so are you still down to go on the trip? And I was like, yeah, I already paid for the flight. I'm not gonna not go to this fucking
like,
trip.
it's already done, so I already got the days off. So
no, deadass me. I already told everyone, oh, I'm going to Colombia. I was like, it'd be crazy if I don't show up to Colombia.
And you pull up to Laredo.
No, I was like, no. So whatever. You were like, okay, fuck it, like I'm down too. And I was like, okay, period, let's go. We didn't even see each other. We literally just threw text, and I think you FaceTimed me the next day, right?
The day before. I think it was like the day before, like, hey, like I have my flight tomorrow, whatnot. Like,
you're like, I haven't even packed.
Yeah, I hadn't packed. I'm always a last minute. Like, and
yeah,
I'll go out too. I'll always go out the day before. Super bad.
Is that what you did?
I did.
You're crazy.
But
now that I know you, I get it.
Yeah. It makes sense. The math is nothing. But we met. What city was it?
Bogota.
Yeah, we met at Bogota, right?
Yeah, we met.
My flight landed first. And I immediately, the first thing I did was share my location with this bitch. I didn't even know her. I shared my location.
Location like, is still shared to this day.
No, for real. No, I got a stranger on there. You changed your number. But,
oh, true.
No, for real.
Well, my location has to be shared again.
No. Then from there in Bogota, we were like, well, hi.
We literally landed, and then you were like, oh, I'm over here on this side. I was like, okay, I'm going. It was just so funny because we were literally like, we just like FaceTimed the day before the freaking trip, and then we were like, okay, I'm going on my flight. Okay, me too.
Bet.
No, for real. We met on the flight. It was like, what, 12 in the morning? We were trying to get an Uber or whatever. It's over there.
And then, like, instantly, like, our trip began, like, right away.
Yeah.
Right away. I think, what did we do first?
That night, actually, we just fell asleep that night. Surprisingly, we didn't go out.
Oh, we didn't go out the first
because
night.
They told us that they don't open the clubs it was a weekday.
Yeah,
so
and
they
we
weren't
were
opening.
only staying in Bogota one day.
We were just there for the day.
One day. So, immediately the next day, like, I was like, damn, is this bitch gonna be able to last? Like, that was my first thought, because we went on a huge ass adventure. We went up this cliff. I don't even know the name of the mountain.
I don't remember.
But we went up, but it was like miles. And
like it was 10,000 feet up in elevation. Mind you, I love hiking. Second, mind you, I've never hiked that hard, like that high of elevation. And I wasn't prepared. Like, I wasn't mentally.
This bitch was huffing and puffing.
No,
and I was like, what did I get myself into, chat? And you know my ass, like,
you were zooming.
I was ready.
You were zooming up that hole.
To the top.
Literally, you were running. I was like, you're sick in the head. No, like.
But right away, as soon as we got to the top, it was worth it.
Oh yeah.
No, but we should have taken the little. There's like.
That's where we fucked.
We chose the hardest.
We were like, why would we do that? We could have just gone down
for like not even like $2.
Yeah, like right. It was like, I don't know.
No, and I know they played us because like we didn't even know the money over there.
No.
So we were just. Like,
no, we were learning experience. It was a whole learning experience. Now that I think about it, I'm like, one, we're crazy. Two, we're freaking strangers on this trip, so we're just like going on a whole ball. We're like, okay, vibes. Literally, that was us, vibes.
Pure vibes. Like, literally vibes. We were very wholesome in Bogota, but then, chat, like, once we got to Medellin,
no.
Ooh.
No,
like,
please.
I came out.
Bad.
I think
bad,
that's
bad,
when she was like, oh my God,
I was like,
she get herself into?
Person over here is gonna get me. or we're gonna be in jail.
Chat, we even made like so many friends over in Medellin.
Oh my god, that was so much fun. Honestly, I loved everything about it. Obviously, we were insane.
I loved getting drunk.
It was an insane moment of like, I just think about it. I'm like, what the? Like, we could have literally, something could have happened to us and we did not care.
Nah,
like me and you did not care.
The craziest thing, chat.
It was fun,
like,
though.
We got over there. They don't have Lyfts or Ubers. What are they called?
I forgot.
Didis.
There you go.
We got in a random Didi, and Didis are like Ubers, right?
It's also in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have it too.
But we got this Didi, and he was pretty cool. And then from there, he offered, like, he's like, oh, like, I'll take you out, whatever, for like $100. I'll take you around the city, whatnot. He stuck with us like that clubbing
the whole
day.
night.
That whole day. The first day when we went out.
Was it that same guy that we took
where
the
we
next
went
day?
downtown?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it was the same dude. And then
That's
he picked
crazy.
us up after we went out, went to go get drinks, and then that's where we met. What's her name? Laura?
No.
I think that's her name. I don't know, but we met.
I'm sorry,
this
girl,
one
but
chick,
yeah.
You know, and then we were like, we were so much about like, oh, once we get back, like we're gonna party somewhere. Nah, chat. Like we woke up so hungover the next day, and it was time to go.
No. We weren't hungover. We woke up drunk.
No. We were.
No. We woke up
and
drunk.
I still had to pack.
And then tell me why. Side story, because you were still asleep. I woke up and I was like, oh shoot, where am I? I was already changed in my pajamas. I was like, oh wow, okay, I'm in pajamas. Cool, great, good. And I was like, oh my god, where's Justin? Because I just remember
we had double rooms, right? We
had
had double rooms.
I remember we were eating because I have a video.
No,
and this is how I keep memories. You record everything.
Yeah, no, and that night was bad.
No,
like,
it was
before
horrible.
A little bit before, like I was trying to fight the bouncer.
He was trying to fight me.
Like,
do you remember that?
What?
You were trying to fight me?
I tried to fight you.
I was like, chill out. We barely know each other.
You stay this and that. I remember that. Like I wasn't blacked out, but
you were fucked. You were gone.
I was gone.
You were gone.
I was gone.
And I remember it was funny story. Not even relative to him wanting to fight me. It was just random. And then I remember the guys were like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just met him." We were literally just. They were like,
"See, okay?"
No, we're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. I'm taking care of him."
Yeah, I'm really taking care of him. I literally had stopped drinking because I was like, "Yeah, this is not happening." Because one of us can't be too fucked up. It has to be one of us has to get us home, and it was me. It was my responsibility to get us back to the Airbnb.
You had the Didi's number.
I had it on my phone. Yeah, I had it in. It was like on my WhatsApp, so
yeah.
I just had to I had to get us home.
He pulled through, Chad. He really did his thing. Like he took care of us.
And it was like what,
so
4 in the
good.
morning?
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning.
And then, do you remember going to the bank again? You're like,
I'm
gonna take out more money
because
I'm gonna get another bottle.
Yeah, we got the what was it?
You got some beer, and then he got aguardiente.
We got the aguardiente.
He didn't even finish that, by the way. Like that was even. We didn't even in the morning. I told you, I was like, bitch, you better fucking drink this. Because you're not going to leave this. He was like, I don't fucking care. I'm not drinking that. And I was like, well, I'm going to chug it. Because, no. I didn't finish it.
Anyways, we had to pack, like, immediately. Like, our what is it called?
Parapente.
No,
paragliding.
Yeah. But our hotel
Airbnb.
room, our Airbnb was ending, like, immediately. I still had to pack.
We had, like,
drunk.
5 minutes.
This chick was already packed. I woke up and I was like, I think I had an earring missing. I think I had both earrings missing.
No, you had one of them.
I don't know. Oh, in the bed, and then we tried to look for it.
Yeah, you tried
and I was
to find it. Yeah.
Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
Then from there we had paragliding. We caught the same dude that picked us up, and we had our maletas, guys, because we had another Airbnb, but it was much farther. So this dude was like, "Yeah, I'll take you everywhere, whatnot, for the day. I'll show you around." And we had everything: our passports, our money, our documents, our everything. Like clothes. So we had everything packed with us. We put it in the back of his luggage, right? In the back of his trunk. We put it in the trunk, and then we just go. He takes us to the bank. We pay him.
We were hungover.
I think we went to the bank like 3 times.
You fell asleep in the back.
I fell asleep in the back, and then from there we went paragliding, guys. We left our stuff with the DD dude.
Yeah, we did.
His car,
and then he was literally driving. He was like, "Well, really, I don't like in Spanish." I don't think you should. I was like, you should never leave your things in the trunk. Like if someone's just like random car, but like I'm a good person. And I was like, no, yeah, we trust you.
Yeah,
we were probably still drunk. If I'm gonna be honest, like we did not care.
I did not give a.
I did not care.
Yeah, I didn't.
I was like, it's fine, whatever.
I was like, if they steal it, they steal it.
Yeah.
At least I'm good. At least I'm good.
No, dead ass. Me too. I was like, nah, we're good. It's fine.
Yeah. No, but the dude
we got him food.
Se portó muy bien.
No, he was super cool. I still have him on WhatsApp.
No, for real. He's invited to a carne asada because he literally hooked us up. We took him out to eat after.
Yeah. We knew his whole life story. He has like a kid. He has a whole girlfriend. He showed us. Honestly, wow, no, shout out. He was cool.
Shout out to him. I don't even know his name, but shout out to him.
I forgot. I know I'm so bad with names.
The clubs were cool in Medellin.
Yeah.
They were really, really cool.
Well, that's the only place that we went out in. We didn't go out in Cartagena. No, we did.
No, I went out everywhere.
No,
not
we
in
didn't
Cartagena.
Go out in Cartagena.
No, Cartagena was pretty boring.
Where did we go? Oh, the island.
On the island we did go out. Did we?
Yeah, we did. No.
I was in a club. Well, I don't even know.
In Cartagena?
No.
Remember when we went to the island for the day?
Yeah, we just went to Cartagena.
That's it. We didn't do anything. We just went to eat. Yeah. We didn't go out.
We did the raccoons with the raccoons.
Yeah.
We gave them bananas.
Yeah, that was fun. That was cool.
But other than that, the best city that we recommend is
Medellin for sure. If you want to like party and do all that, yeah, for sure, go to Medellin. But you also went to the island, remember?
Yeah, I went to
I was already gone. I had to go back home.
I was acting like a baby. Like the whole time I was like, all right, bitch, where are we going? Did you call the Didi? Did you call the WhatsApp?
I was the one in charge.
Did you get our tickets? This and that. Like
I was giving mom.
She was in charge. And then after that, like she was already coming back to the US and I still had another week where I was staying.
And you hadn't booked anything.
I didn't book nothing. No Airbnb, no nothing, no flight, no nothing. And then this bitch was like, all right, I'm going home. Like we split ways in the same airport and I was like, oh, I guess I gotta grow up. Then from there,
you're like, responsibilities.
No, for reals. And right away, like I started texting her because we vibed hella.
Yeah, we did.
We vibed hella. And then from there, it was like I stayed in San Andres. Recommend Medellin and San Andres. Like San Andres has the most beautiful beaches, good little clubs. Like it's small, but like it's so fun. And the people there are dope. Like went scuba diving, saw some clear water. You get to see the fish. Dope as fuck. And then, we came back.
Yeah.
I came back.
I came back first.
She went to Chicago. She went back to Chicago.
I went back to Chicago.
I came back to Austin. Mm-hmm. And yeah, from there, like, we just texted each other and we were like...
Yeah, we kept in touch. And the thing was, like, obviously he was there for like another week. And I was like, you know what? I felt I felt responsible that you were going to be alive. So I was like, okay, just share your location with me. Keep in touch. I would text him. You would text me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we started, like, bonding. And then ever since, it really kind of just stemmed from that we just never really, like, stopped talking. No. Like, we would, like, keep in touch a lot.
In the end, she would always say, come to Chicago,
I would literally always tell him to come to Chicago, but he's fake as fuck, so he didn't go.
I never went, because, like, honestly, the only thing I wanted to see was the frijol, and I was like, bro, who goes to Chicago? So I was like, no, why, right? But then, out of nowhere, like, this bitch comes back to Texas. You came back to Texas.
Recently
came back to Texas. Why'd you come back to Texas?
Rewind. Okay. So, I'm going to backtrack. So, I'm from Laredo, Texas, which Justin is too. I didn't find out till, like, we had met. Yeah. And then...
Super random.
I moved to San Antonio first. I was 21. 20 turned 21. I was there for 4 years. And then, from San Antonio, I was like, okay, I want to move. But I didn't know where to move because I was in like...
As long as you move, like, honestly, as long as you move out of Laredo.
No, dead ass. That was already a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
So whatever, right? I was like, okay, well... And my best friend Marlene, shout out Marlene. She was like, well... Because my friend is from Chicago. Like, she was born there. And she was like, well, I'm going to go back to Chicago if you want to come with me. And I was like,
Fuck it.
Yeah, mind you, this was only like a 3-week notice that she told me. She was like, yeah, I'm leaving. I was like, oh.
So let me go.
No, yeah. So, this was January of 2020. No. This was like November, December 2022.
And what
then
you do
I left
over there
January
in Chicago?
2023. So I left And my thing was leaving because of work. I left because I wanted to grow. Like, I do makeup for a living. I'm a makeup artist. So I've been doing that since 2015. And I know, long time. And then I was like, you know, fuck, I don't have anything to lose. Might as well just go.
Chicago.
So I left to Chicago. I was there for a year and a half. Met my honey.
She found
my man's. And then I came back.
And then you came back. But she didn't come back alone, guys. She brought her lover boy.
I came back cuffed.
She came back cuffed.
Not married yet, but
not married, but basically cuffed.
Basically, yeah. So I came back with him because he wanted to move out of state, and I just wanted to come back for family, for like just, you know, visit and whatever. But I'm gonna go back.
She's moving back, but when she came back, like that's when we bonded again. Cause basically, like same thing. Like immediately, it's like we didn't see each other for like 6-7 months.
We didn't see each other for a long
like
time.
A year, I don't know. But then from there, you came back and it was like literally,
I had came back. No, dead ass. Like we had just like
we just bonded. I think we got drunk the first day.
Oh my god, yeah, with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he got drunk too.
My boyfriend got super drunk, and we don't drink like that. We had stopped drinking. Like the last time I honestly drank like that was like literally Colombia.
I don't drink
maybe
like
another one time, but yeah, like we don't be drinking like that. So I got hungover. He got super hungover. He literally stayed here.
You had work the next day.
I had literally work at noon. I was like, yeah, I can't. Like, I'm out.
Yeah, your boyfriend stayed here, and then from there, I was like, nah, I need to recover.
Yeah, we were all kind of dead, but I still had to go to work. And yeah, that was literally how we ended up reconnecting back. Because I was like, hey, I'm gonna be in like I think you messaged me actually.
Yeah, because I was like I think I checked your location and I was
you're like, bitch, you're in Texas.
Oh, why does it say that you're in Texas? Like, why did it say you're in San Antonio?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then from there.
And then I told you, but I hadn't gotten my job yet. You were like, oh, well, if you're ever in Austin, like, you can come stay here. And I was like, okay, bet, whatever. Literally, I already got comfortable. Like, if he's not here, you're like, you can stay. Like, I'm not going to be in town, but you can come in and whatever.
For real, I'll be like, hell out of town. Like, I won't even be here.
Yeah.
She stays here. Her boyfriend stays here. I'm telling you guys, Bajo mi Techo. Anybody's welcome.
No, for real. It literally feels like home.
It's like a Mexican vibe.
It's super homey. Like, I'm at home.
Like, lay back. Like, last time, I think you slept here on this couch. Mm-hmm. And then I was on the floor.
Yeah, we were watching a movie.
Super lay back.
Yeah. You passed out. I passed out, and then I woke up. I was like, oh, shit. And then I left.
No, but for reals, we bring the vibe everywhere. Even when we go out, like, it'll be like...
a vibe.
An entire vibe.
All the time.
You've met my Austin friends, haven't you?
I met your friends.
Yeah.
Even the one that's in San Antonio, Joey.
Oh, you met Joey.
He's cool.
Yeah, Joey.
Joey's cool. That was fun. That was a fun night. Yeah.
Joey, Jacob.
That was a very fun night. That hot dog was fire. Dreaming about her.
Big bags.
Big bag bad.
Always. But not cute. Right now. Me, yes. I don't know about you. You're not tight.
I'm laying back. I have to stop big backing hard.
Because summer right around the corner.
Yeah.
So why are you moving back to Chicago?
Work.
So work.
I'm moving back. I feel like I'm moving back for work because I feel like I realize I get more business over there right now, and it's just more active for me. And also, like, my boyfriend's family's over there, so it's just kind of like going back to their family, and we're just kind of seeing of like staying there for the summer, like the more cooler months that are like warmer in Chicago, because it's freaking butt cold right now still, and when it's winter it's like super cold, so he doesn't want to be there. So that's why that was like our purpose, to come here for 6 months and then go back over there for 6 months. So that's really what we're leaving. Like, we're just going back to our routine that we had over there.
How do you feel like, because you know Spanish also, and you're from Laredo, how do you feel to just like move out of state? Like, I've moved out of cities, like I live in San Antonio, Austin, but then I never made the big jump of like Chicago. Like, I recently went to Chicago and I saw they got a lot of Mexicans out there.
They do. They have a lot of everything. It was was a shock for sure, because it was like, how you're used to being here, coming from someone like both of us coming from Laredo. Like, if you know Laredo, like, you know what I'm saying. It's super small town. It's giving like very 956, very El Chile, like. Yeah, like literally, like it's giving all of that, and like love it for like love.
Yeah.
But I personally felt like I didn't want to live in Laredo for the rest of my life, so I wanted to explore. And my intention of why I even like did makeup, because I wanted to keep growing and travel anywhere I could, because I have that freedom to do whatever I want. So Chicago honestly just landed on my laps. Thank God for my friend, because she offered like her space. Her mom was like, we have, like, you can be with us here, like you're not alone. So it didn't seem like so scary for me to just be like jump and just do it, because I had people like in my corner that were, I wasn't gonna be as alone.
Yeah. How did you like the culture over there?
It's different because there's so many kinds of people, and the only thing, I don't want to like this, but the only thing that's very different in the sense of like culture is like Mexicans, and then you have your Puerto Ricans, you have your Greeks, you have your Italians, you have your blacks, you have everything under the roof.
Yeah.
But they're so segregated, and it's not as like very like country, very homey, very welcoming how it is in Texas and some areas. You know what I'm saying? So that's very different, because you experience like real segregation, real racism in a whole other state. Like bad, like it's actually insane. But I never understood it coming from Laredo, where it's mostly Mexicans, and I'm the majority, I'm not the minority there.
But I noticed, because recently I went over there, I know that there is like lots of Mexicans, and I loved it, because I was like, dang, like my people's right here in the frijol. I went, and what they have, Little Mexico. Have you ever been there?
Yeah,
Little Mexico. I loved it there. Like it felt like a little piece of Laredo over there, and I was like, dang, like it honestly, like when I came back from Chicago, I was like, Evelyn, I'm moving to Chicago. I literally came back and I was like, dude, I'm moving to Chicago, like I have to. But then my other friends were like, nah, don't do it, you hate the cold.
Yeah, the cold is not, if you don't, I personally like going into fall mid cold, but once it gets butt cold, like where I'm like, no, like icicles in my nose, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, that's where I was like,
yeah,
maybe I'll stay in Texas.
That's why we left.
Back to Texas.
My boyfriend that's born and raised in Chicago, he's like, yeah, I don't like the cold, I'm not doing this. So that's what that is why the initial jump to come back over here was, because he wanted to move, and then now we're going back
in the heat. I actually liked it. There was a lot of like cool people that I met. The food was good. The shots were
food is better. Food is great. Like honestly, there's so much food places, and I haven't even tried like a percentage, like a 25%. I'm like probably at 15 right now, because we always go, me and my friend always go to like certain spots that he likes. Also, I'm a passenger princess. I like everything, like, do whatever you want to do, like you have a plan. He's that kind of guy, and I prefer it because I don't have to think.
Fuck it.
So then he always chooses the bomb ass food spots that not everyone's like, the ones that you don't see on TikTok.
Yeah.
Those are the spots. So obviously I'm gonna go wherever he takes me.
They had a lot of good spots. I liked it. I had a good time.
They have really fire food. They have really fire like festival. So much food festival. So much music festival. So much things to do.
I feel like it's a bigger New York. A cleaner New York.
Yeah.
It's a cleaner New York.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cleaner New York.
Don't get me wrong. People are nice. People are really nice and like friendly, and they'll say hi to you, and they'll spark up conversation and all that stuff. It's cool. I really like the culture. I feel like I still need to experience more, because honestly, I'm a homebody, so I don't really come out of the house if I'm not working or doing makeup, or if I'm not invited.
Don't get her twisted, because she'll shake ass.
No, for sure. But like, I'm not gonna do it every single time.
Just on special occasions.
It's a very special, rare occasion. You're gonna see me outside.
It's not like me. I'll do it every Sunday.
Yeah, I cannot. I will. My social battery will run like at 5%, and I'll be fuming.
Nah, but like, tell her right now, like, let's get dressed and she'll go.
Yeah, like if I'm feeling the vibe, maybe I'll go.
It all depends on the vibe.
It all depends on the vibe. My vibe internally and the vibe in itself.
Yeah.
It has to depend. Usually, and most of the time, I end up always going out with Justin. He's probably the only person that will take me out. Like, we've gone out multiple times. This is the most I've ever gone out when I'm, like, been here with you.
Chad, I don't even go out like that. I stay in church every Sunday.
And we go to church. That's our going out.
Every Sunday. So
Literally.
Evelyn goes to church a lot. How did you get into church? Like, you know, from Laredo, you know, it's all about culture. You know, when you're growing up, everybody, like, you know, always talks about God, like when you're growing up or whatnot. But like it takes, like when you grow up now that you're an adult, it takes like your own, I don't know, not motivation, but like something within to like actually want to go to church, you know. And I would always look at people, like even with my brother would go to church, like he would do Bible study over in Laredo like every Wednesday, and then he would go to church, and I would be like, well, that's fun, I'm gonna go out. But now, like, I get his mentality, and now I'm like, I get excited every Sunday. Like, I think my favorite day out of the week is Sundays.
1,000%.
Not just because of Sunday Fun Day, because Sunday Fun Day in Austin is fun, but like I really do get excited to like wake up, get dressed, and like worship music, like just start. Like, worship music is not just for Sundays, but like getting there before, like the excitement of it, I don't know, and it just feels like a total reset. And you know, you get to talk to God, you get to be with your people, and just like really feel it.
No, I started going to church more often, like religiously and consistent, when I was in Chicago. So we're gonna backtrack, like maybe I would say June, July of 2023, when I was going through something, and I was just like having a hard time. And obviously I always believed in God, but it was never like solid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like flip-flopping everywhere. But I would go to church when I was in Laredo with my mom and my grandma. My grandma's like a super hardcore like Christian, like she's like strict by the book, but she never like forced us, none of us, to go to church. Like, it was never like you need to know. Like, my grandma was never like that. It was because it was her journey, you know. My mom, then we would go to church with my mom, whatever. We would go to Bible study. We would go to like the women's Bible study. Like, it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. And whatever, we stopped. I ended up moving to San Antonio, and then whatever, I moved to Chicago, and then that happened. And then fast forward a little bit, I kind of started going into a little bit stronger on my faith. I would journal a lot. I would talk to God. I would just talk to God every day. And then fast forward, I had met my boyfriend, which was not my boyfriend at that time. And then I was like, I'm not. In that time, I was already trying to be intentional with who I was talking to. I didn't want to waste my time. So I was like, I don't want to keep doing this weird thing of.
Yeah, I mean, you're growing up. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 27.
27. Okay.
And I was like, I'm dating to marry. I'm not dating to just date. Like, that's not my thing. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not gonna waste my time with people.
All fun and games, but now I'm growing up.
Yeah, literally, was like literally. And then, okay, fast forward, I met him, and then I was like not interested. Like, it wasn't the vibe. Like, I was like, no, like, I want to be alone. I want to really focus.
And then she went to Colombia with me.
And then I went to Colombia with you. I came back, and then my boyfriend had got my number, and then whatever, we started talking and chit chatting, and then fast forward a little bit and hit October, and then he offered, like, do you want to come to church with me? And I was like, yeah, I'll go to church with you. And then that caught him by surprise, because he was like, oh,
yeah, because
wow.
I feel like a lot of times when you invite friends or like anybody, like, you don't invite them to church. Like, I didn't start inviting anybody to church until this one that I recently go to. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of weird, like, someone inviting you to church. I always found it weird. Like, I think before you told me you invited me to church, I would probably, like, 80-90% probably not wake up and not go.
And I always like to, I'm not the person that is forcing anyone into something that's not me. I will talk about it if you want to have the conversation. I will talk about my journey of how I basically found God, how I am now in this part of my life of being like a Christian and following these beliefs and following. It's really a relationship that I have with God, with Jesus, really, that's not really a stick to a religion. I believe in Christ and I believe in his word and I believe in him and having faith. It's way more than just religion to me. So it's a tough conversation, and especially when you want to invite someone to church, because they're like, their immediate brain goes into like, oh no, like you're gonna stick me into something that, you know what I'm saying? And I personally don't want to force anyone into that. I will have the conversation, but it's like, you will pique interest when you pique interest, and it's gonna hit you, and if it doesn't hit you, it's not your time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how my boyfriend asked me, and then obviously I already was familiar with the church and like the Christian church, so I was like, yeah, I'll go. I don't mind. So we went. This was a Catholic church because his mom is Catholic. We went to that one, like whatever. I just enjoyed it. I was like, wow, no man has ever asked me to go to church, and I just, in my mind and in my like talking to God, I was like, I want to find a man of God.
Yeah.
And that was like my prayer, ladies and men. That was my prayer. I was like, I want people in my circle around me to be like, be children of God, be someone that you know, you have those beliefs strong with God. Like it's much more than that to me,
because it always feels good like to be able to, you know, talk with someone about God, or like pray, or like listen to worship music. Like we'll be riding, like we both ride in the car. Oh, my mic is messing up. We both ride in the car, and you know, yes, we like regular music, like trust, we like reggaeton, like we'll shake ass or whatever. But like randomly, like we'll just like listen to worship music. It could be like a Wednesday, a Monday, any day. Like we'll just ride, and you know, we'll listen to worship music, and we'll like park and just listen to the entire song, or just like drive somewhere and listen. Like it feels good to like relate to, or like talk about different verses, or like just a lot about God, and it feels good. Like I don't know, you can have that conversation with a lot of people.
Yeah. And that was like honestly really how I came about going to church very frequently. And ever since that time that my boyfriend had asked me, we started going to the Christian church that one of his friends, and one of our friends now, invited him initially, and he was like, let's go to this Christian church. I was like, okay, let's go. And we were like a month in our relationship, and we would go every single Sunday we would go to church. That was like our dates. We would go get coffee, and then we'd go to church. We'd go to get coffee. We'd go Bible study in the morning, because Bible study started at 9:30, and then our service was at 11. So we'd wake up early, go to Bible study, go to our service, and then after that we would go have like brunch. And he loved this like Mexican. He still loves it. This Mexican restaurant in Chicago. So we'd go there. Like they literally know us. So that's what we would do every single Sunday. Like that was our religiously we would go just hang out and chill, go back home. We'd just like, or take a walk, or go to the lakefront, or just take a nap. Like we just relax, like, and chill out. And honestly, it's a very beautiful feeling to have like friends or relationships in your life, or even family, that you can have that beautiful like community of people that just, you know, just worshiping God and having faith and having that. I don't know, to me it's like a very sensitive like subject, because it's like, to me it's like I feel it in my heart, like in my soul.
Yeah, like you just it has to come from your heart. Like sometimes I feel like whenever I'm talking to my friends, I feel like I don't know if you've ever seen, chat, but like whenever you go clubbing like in South Padre, or like to big events. Oh, my mic keeps messing up. Anyways, when you go to like those events, there's always, I don't know what's wrong with my mic. There's always like someone outside talking about God, you know?
Yeah.
There's always those people, or like you'll go to Six, or you'll
or
go
right
to
here down the
South
street. I've seen it. Yeah.
There's always someone talking about God, but like with those speakers, giving out flyers, you know, and that's how I feel like my friends
see
would see me like that. Like, I don't mean it like that. Like, I'm not out there. I would do it. I would do it if it ever came, like, if Jesus ever asked me, oh, okay, like, go preach, or like go join, a worship group is gonna go do this, or or a group's gonna go do this. Yeah, I'll go with them. But like, I feel like if I were to talk to like my friends about Jesus, or like just the way I feel about him, like, they would see me like that, in that point of view. And that's why you can't just like open up like that to anybody.
I feel, and this is so funny that you bring that up, because I was having the conversation with my boyfriend, because he's like, why don't you openly just talk about God and have that conversation? Like, isn't that the purpose of you following God, to bring others closer to God? And I was like, ooh, you read me.
No, for reals.
Because it's true though. And he loves doing that. He loves having the conversation and talking about God, and like, do you believe in Jesus, and like, what brought you like to not believe in him, or what happened, and like, he's that kind of person that he'll have that conversation, because it's a very uncomfortable conversation to have.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be very honest, like, it is
like you'll talk about anything with them, so why not God? Exactly.
It's like, okay, so why can't you bring up God in this conversation?
Yeah. So I kind of just started that with my friends, and then in like my head they were like, yeah, like, I'm down to go. And I was like, what the, wait, you're down? Because they don't, like, my group of friends at first, I didn't think that they were down, and then super random they were like, yeah, I'm down to go to church with you. And then they went, and it just feels good because you're in your space, and then you're sharing that space with them, and then you just see them in that vibe, and and then they get excited, and they're like, oh, okay, like, I'm ready to go next week again, or whatnot. And it's like, oh, okay, like, this whole time I could have been talking about Jesus and you would be down.
Yeah. No, so. Deadass. I love it. I honestly feel like that's how we really got closer, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like we connected even more with that, like, because we don't really, not that we don't talk about anything, because we do, but it's like that relationship, and it almost brings like a sense of like community, and we're like, wow, we really believe in the same things, and we have faith, and we are like
sister in Christ.
Yeah, no, literally are like my brother in Christ over here. Like, it just feels like you really are, like, if we're literally like family, and that's what it feels like, because we're not alone. Like, we can't run this life alone and do these things alone, like, by ourselves. So it's always nice to go to church and just feel like you just feel it. Like, we literally cry at church, like, when we're worshiping music. It's amazing. It's like the best feeling ever.
I love my church, but I definitely like going to different churches, but I love my church. Like, it just feels like such a vibe, such a connection, a good amount of people,
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It feels like home. It literally feels like home.
And I'm going to get that coffee.
Oh, yeah. Big bags. And that taco.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. It's great. Can't wait to go Sunday.
You're one of your last times here before you move back.
No, okay. My last day would be the 30th. That's my last Sunday here.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
And I'm going to stay for the full service because I'm working at 12.
Oh, yeah.
So, literally, I'm pumped.
That'll be your last service here in Austin, Texas.
That's going to be my last service in Austin, and that will be my last.
We'll miss you here. Like, I think I got used to you just being home. Like, a lot of times I'm just home here, and I'll ask you, like, when you coming? Because, like, you'll be here for a fat minute. Like,
I'll be here for a second.
Like, you come here, like, let's say Thursday, and you're here all the way to Sunday, or like...
Or Friday, and I'll be here to, like, Sunday.
And I'm used to you just being here. So it's going to be weird, like, You're like, wait, you're not coming? Yeah, like, you're not... What you mean you're not coming from Chicago to go to church with me?
No, for real.
So it's going to be definitely different, but I definitely have liked you just, like being here. Like, even when your boyfriend's here, like, my home just feels, like, even better. Like, it's just, like, little...
We're vibing.
Yeah, a better vibe.
And like, we don't even gotta do anything. We're just, like,
no, for real,
watching a movie, or you're in your own vibe. I'm in over here where you're cooking, and I'm just here. Or I'm cooking.
We're both doing our own thing.
No, literally.
Our own thing.
I honestly, like, shout out Justin, because he really brings in anyone into his place. He's like, yeah, you're cool. You can be here.
Yeah, go for it, because we're under mi techo.
No, for
Bajo
real.
Mi techo. It's always a vibe. I try to make it as fun. I don't know what's wrong with this. As fun as possible, but also, like, comfy and just You know, you can do whatever you want. You can literally do whatever you want, as long as we don't get robbed in this house.
Yeah. That.
But yeah, it's always fun partying. You know, I think a lot of people will say like, "Oh dang, like y'all began about partying and now y'all talking about Jesus." But I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like, you know, a lot of people have told me like, "Oh, you're posting about like going out, traveling, and then you're about Jesus one day or like a few days, and then you're like out at the gym drinking again." But it's not. It's not about like in my mentality, and it's not gonna change. Like I'm still going to go out. I'm still gonna party. I'm still gonna go to church, talk to my friends about church, and like post what I want. It doesn't change who I am, and I don't believe it's bad. I mean, I have my life together. I drink a lot. But it's not like, I don't know. I don't find it bad. But to a lot of people, it might be bad.
It might seem like that. Personally, me, I'm not really. I stopped drinking a long time ago. I don't really drink like that anymore. One, because I really cannot. Like, my stomach cannot take it. I have stomach issues, so it's just like, I rather not. I don't want to kill my stomach.
Yeah.
I rather not go through it. I've already been through it, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just good. And like, to me, it's like not necessary. I don't like the feeling. I don't like how I feel the next day, so I'm just rather just not drink at all.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm like, I'd rather not do it at all. So I'm good without it. But I respect people that do it. It really does not bother me. To each their own. Like, obviously you can control how much you drink, whatever you do, XYZ. But you know, everyone's gonna say something about anything, so
yeah,
I'm like, whatever.
I feel like nowadays.
Yeah, I'm like,
everything.
Yeah, you're gonna talk whether I do this or I do that, I wear this or I wear that, or I say this, you know, like, we're not
Someone's
perfect.
Always, yeah.
That's the beauty of it. So yeah.
Only God can judge us. Amen.
Yep. No, for real.
Well, Evelyn, it's been fun having you on my second podcast, guys. We talked about a lot.
We did. Good luck editing.
No, for real, that's gonna be an entire. But you know, it's been fun having you here at my house, my apartment, Bajo mi Techo, and I've enjoyed, you know, growing our friendship even more. Maybe that's why, you know, everything happens for a reason, and maybe that's why you were supposed to come to Texas.
Come here, yeah.
You know, it's been a vibe.
I feel like I had to strengthen some friendships for sure.
Yeah.
And some relationships in my life. So I'm so happy. And I also like to point this out, because I really feel like I don't say it enough. Maybe I show it in a different way. Maybe I don't say it. But I just like to thank you for even accepting me into your home. It means a lot to me, like, dead ass. It means so much to me that even though we're not, from the moment that we're now closer, but you just open your arms to your home, to me, to my boyfriend. You're like, you're more than welcome here. Like, you're like, take my bed. You will give up anything, because you're just that kind of person. Like, you're genuine, you're kind, you're very generous with, like, your time, yourself, your home in general. So I really do appreciate it. Anyone that fucks over Justin, like, seriously, you're losing, like, bad.
Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate that. You're always welcome here if you're ever back in Texas. You and your boyfriend are always welcome, and anybody else, you know. I always try to just be nice, just vibe, and, you know, just have good days.
Bajo mi techo for sure.
Bajo mi techo. Well, it's been fun having you, and, you know, can't wait to see you again. Maybe in Chicago. I need to take a trip over there.
1,000%. You are. Not even maybe.
No, for sure. I already booked my flight.
For real.
All right, guys. So, oh snap! This audio, I really do need to fix it. But that's it for now, guys. Tune in next time to Bajo mi Techo, and here where everyone's welcome, on my couch, on the floor, kitchen, anywhere, you know.
In the restroom.
In
outside.
the restroom. I don't know about my bed. Well, I'll give up my bed always. But anyways, tune in next time, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Oh, look, I got balloons. Oh, yeah.
Period.
Automatic, you know. Even the Mac knew. All right. Make sure you Make sure you like, comment, subscribe below, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want me to talk about. And if y'all are from Austin, Texas, and you want to hop on my next podcast, Bajo mi Techo, let me know. Comment or send me a message. Y'all are always welcome. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.